In the last class, we talked about pizzicato, how to play the violin without the bow. That skill comes in handy in various places. Sometimes is just to thrill your audience. There are some pieces that when you bow for some time, you then switch to pizzicato. The composer allows such, to thrill the audience. But today we are going to use the bow to play the violin. Actually, the violin was originally made for playing with the bow. But before I go into that, I would like to ask you to like this video if you haven't done so, and subscribe. If you have any thoughts, any recommendation, you can drop that in the comment box. Thank you. Let's get right into it. First of all, I would like to remind you the names of the violin strings, the open string positions. If the violin is placed like this or like this, from right to left, this is the G string, this is the D string, this is the A string, and the fourth one here is the E string. So what I'm going to do basically is to bow, and I'll try to ensure that my bow is straight. I'll try to keep my wrist greasy, my elbow as movable as possible. Also, my shoulder will be fixed in some places, but when I want to change string crossing, then my shoulder will move. Look out for all these as I play. The staff before us shows notes placed in the right positions, and then the note names are written inside the notes, in between, in the head of the notes, and these notes are semi-brief notes. So for this first exercise, they are all semi-brief notes, and also the second exercise. Now we have G, G, D, D, A, E, E, G. So each semi-brief, because of the time signature, takes 4 counts. It lasts for 4 beats, not 4 seconds, but 4 beats. So if I want to play that, it will be G. So you count 1, 2, 3, 4. Then go to the next G. 1, 2, 3, 4. The next D. 1, 2, 3, 4, until the last note there. Fast forward to exercise 3. We have a combination of semi-brief notes and minim notes. Now minim, according to the time signature, carries 2 beats only because of this time signature, and because semi-brief is 4 beats. So if I was going to play this, it will be 1, 2, 3, 4, then 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, up till the end. I'm going to this exercise now, and I have a combination of minims and crotchets. Now minims take 2 beats because of the time signature. Therefore, crotchets will be 1 beat. So if I count 1, 2, the next is 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, all till the end. Because I'm going to be playing open strings, I'll place my fingers here. So I'll play the G string first. Then the D string, then the A string, and then the E string. Now notice how I alternated the bow direction. For the G string, I played the down bow. For the D string, up bow. for the A string, down bow, and for the E string, up bow. Now I mustn't start with the down bow, but what I'm trying to say is that except where otherwise stated, alternate your bows. If you play a note, for example, you start with a down bow, you play that note, the next note should be played with the up bow direction. Talking about up bow and down bow. When you place the lower part of your bow, that's the part closer to the frog, on the string, and you go, your first note or the note you play will go down. That position is called down bow position. So even if it's from the middle and you are going down, it's still called the down bow position. Then if you place it at the tip area or anywhere, but the note you are to play is up, then that is up bow direction or position. So I'm going to play the exercise before me, and I'll play with a metronome here. So I will put on my metronome at I'm going to set it to 60 beats per minute. So that's fair enough. You can make it slower if you have a metronome, or faster. You can start slower, as a beginner. Then as you repeat, you increase the pace. So you start slowly, then you repeat that same exercise and increase the pace. Like if I start with 60 beats per minute and I play the full staff, the next time I play the staff, I have to increase the metronome to say 80 or to a figure I'm comfortable with. That's how to, play faster. So I'll set my metronome now. That's 60 beats per minute. And from the notes I have here, the notes are all semi-brief or semi-brief notes. So I will try to play it now. I can increase the pace. I'll increase it to 90. So it goes pa 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 go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. D now. 1, 2, 3. E rather. 1, 2, 3. E. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then G. 1, 2, 3, 4. You see that? So that's how it's done. The next exercise, I'll play the second exercise. Let me take my metronome back to 60, or let's leave it at 70. 70 is good. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, go. D, A, G, A, D, E, A, E, D. So I'll play the next one there. D, D, 1, 2, 1, 2, A, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that is how it goes. So you can reduce the pace if it's not comfortable for you, so that you can play it as comfortable as you can. So I have more crochets here, and then just a few semi-briefs, and the note names are not written in it, so it gets harder. I'll put the link to download this PDF in the description bar, so you can download it and then use it as a guide to practice. It's easy from the beginning and it gets harder at the end. So I'm going to play the third to the last piece now, then I'll play the last piece. Okay, so I'm going to play the last exercise, and if you notice, the last exercise has a rest. The first note there is a minim, it takes 2 counts. The next note is a crochet taking 1 count. The third note there is also a crochet and it takes 1 count. Look at the second bar. We have the first note there as a crochet, and then we have a crochet rest. So crochet 1 count. So if it's a note, you're going to make that sound for the period of 1 count, and the rest you're going to be silent for the period of 1 count. Then you play the remaining notes. So I'm going to play that right now. 1, 2, 1, 1, then is what we call retake. After playing the first note before the rest, for example, I played, that was A. I say I played down bow there. Now for the rest, I just lifted my bow up a little bit and then moved up bow, right, for that period of 1 count. So I go again, play the A. 1, silence. 1, 1. You see that? So 1, silence. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. Clear. So you can play the open strings as long as you want. Practice it very well. Play long notes, full bow. That's if you're going from down bow, play all the way to the tip of the bow. If you're going from up bow, play all the way to the frog. Practice this and ensure that your bow is straight as possible. And notice my shoulder is not moving so much. My elbow and my wrist are the ones doing most of the movements. So do that, practice very well. Thank you for watching.